Hey, Clint. I actually got something done in a timely fashion this week. Everything went pretty good this week, except for, man, I had a major hip issue after I squatted. Of course, my squat was awful. I screwed up big time. I shouldn't have. I don't really know. I don't. Looking back now, I don't really know what I should have done different. Probably more prep work, more stretching, more. It's crooked and bothering me. Anyways, I probably should have done more prep work, more stretching, more hot cream. I screwed up my first wrap job. Not the wrap, but my belt was too loose. I've lost about. I've lost close to 20 pounds now over the span of about 2 months. It was 333 to 335, and I weighed in this morning at 319, so almost 20 pounds, not quite, or maybe that is. I'm not very good at math. Anyways, so my belt needed to go down a notch, and me being the not so smart person that I am sometimes, I just took it. I realized it was loose, but I was already in the zone, already ready, so I just took it. These Elite FTS Trident wraps right here are no freaking joke. Those are the baddest ass wraps I have ever been in my life. And my wrap wasn't very good either. I'm gonna have to practice wrapping myself some more. I've kind of gotten out of practice, not as good at it as I used to be, even though I would never consider myself good at it. There are a ton of guys that are way better at rapping than me. But I have nobody here to rap me, so I have to do it myself. And like I said, I completely screwed up that first one, and I took it and kind of fell forward, and I don't know, I maybe could have come out of it, but I don't know, but just my initial reaction, I just shoved my hands to my knees, and I think because of screwing my back up last time, I got scared, I guess, which I hate to say, but I don't have that video because I had to delete it. I lost my temper. I lost my temper a lot. As a matter of fact, I ended up shaking the bar so bad that it come off the rack and through the weights, and nobody needed to see that. I kind of felt embarrassed after I did it, but anyways, I rallied, took 430. Well, it was 430 bar weight, and then it was 460 at the top. So it wasn't like it was something just outrageous, My goal for my second one was to try to take 500, but being out for so long, I should have known better. I should have just tried to take four something, like maybe 400 or something just in wraps just to feel it out, and then maybe took 430, 460, I don't know. Looking back at it now, I can say a lot of things. I might have just screwed it all up to begin with because, like I said, I didn't focus, I didn't think things through, and I got a little too excited to be back in wraps, I guess, and I just completely screwed it up. So I come back, I used a different set of wraps, a little bit not so tough set of wraps, pretty stretchy, not so aggressive set of wraps, and it wasn't good. It could have been deeper. I think it was pretty high. My buddies, I sent some of it to my buddies. I think I even sent it to you actually. Yeah, I did send it to you. But, my buddies kind of thought it was high. I thought it was super high. I have very bad hip mobility anyways. I'm not a very mobile person, or whatever you want to call that. So being that long since I've squatted freely, not to a box, I really shouldn't have expected depth. But I was screwed up for the rest of the week pretty well till Thursday. After I squatted that day, my hip was absolutely trashed. My right hip, which is my hip that I have issues with in my groin, and the side of my back that was screwed up. It's my right side's always. I don't know what it is about my right side. Probably because I sit in a tractor on this side like this all the time. That's what really screwed me up, was the sitting in the tractor for hell, I probably sat in the tractor for in a span of 2 days, I probably sat in a tractor 30 hours. So not getting out, sitting in that same position all day long, not coming home and running the massage gun over my leg, not stretching my hip out, not stretching my hamstrings, any of that crap. The stuff that I know I'm supposed to do. And I've been beating myself up about it ever since, because it's cost me. I should have had this done Thursday. But I should have known better. Me and my buddy were talking about it, and I was sitting there beating myself up about it, and and he knows how I am, and like he reminded me, I'm just not 18 or 20 anymore. I'm 31, which I mean is not old, but I got a lot of miles on me, and not from lifting. I've got a lot of hard miles from getting run over by cows, and I've fallen off of tractors, and I've fallen off of different crap. I've just never been easy on myself ever in my life, and it's catching up with me. I just need to remember that I can't just come in here and start warming up with a plate anymore. I need to get in that habit of doing that, and it is what it is. I'm getting too off on a tangent on that. Here I am talking to you about miles on my body. But anyways, my bench is phenomenal. I mean, I am loving it right now. And it has been for the last, I don't know how long. My bench has been just everything is easy. Even the hard sets are not just killing me. And maybe that's me taking it too easy on myself. But at least I feel like I'm doing good. Words are hard. I feel like I'm doing good. I feel like my bench is really headed in the right direction. It's not, because my bench has always been trash. For me, I've got buddies that are half my size that bench twice what I do. I've just never been a good bench presser. I just never have. And I really like the way my bench is going right now. And inclines are feeling pretty good. I screwed up my incline on my bench day. I didn't have it set. I didn't have myself set right or something. And when I went, I kind of went out or like that, and my shoulder kind of hurt. I quit. I've screwed up enough here lately that I just decided to call it quits. I knew I was going to come back and incline bench anyways, but like I said, my bench was just, phenomenal. It felt great. They never feel that fast, I think, when I'm benching them, but when I look back at the video, I think they're fast. You may not, but I think they are. For me anyways, because I'm not a fast bencher, I'm not a fast squatter, I'm not a fast deadlifter. I'm not fast at anything. I never have been, especially deadlifts. I grind every single deadlift out, no matter what. I can't, even 135 is slow, compared to what most people pull it. I just don't pull fast. I never have. I guess I always like to say that I'm like a diesel motor. I'm not like a top fuel dragster. Don't come flying out of the gate. I'm kind of like more like a diesel truck, pulling truck. I gain momentum as I'm going. That's kind of how I feel like I lift better. Or not necessarily better, but that's just how I lift. Getting into squats. My singles were great, even without the box. But like I said, depth was not there. And like I said, that's probably more because I didn't stretch and because I've been sitting in a tractor for, pretty much 15 hours at a time, generally, I generally get in a tractor at 6:30 or 7 o'clock in the morning and don't generally get out of it until 9 or 10 o'clock at night, or anywhere from 8 to 10, depending on what I got, that day or night. But, so that's doing me no favors, and I should know better. I've done this long enough that I should know better. But, like I said, the depth was just not there. The second attempt that I made in my wraps was a whole lot better. Like I said, the depth wasn't there, but it was smooth. Then I come back and did hamstrings. Probably need to do more hamstring work. I've been trying to do more traps and upper back stuff. Just stuff that I used to do. Stuff that, because I want to tone down a little bit. And the way I'm losing weight right now, I might try to lift at 308. I'm not going to sit there and cut weight and try to kill myself to make 308. But if I think I can do it, because right now the meet's still on. We still got a month. So I don't know. What's going to happen between now and then. With the virus and everything, I don't know whether it's still going to go on or not. But as of right now, it's still on. So incline with the chains felt great. My second day, like I said, the first day I screwed it up. I don't know if it was after the benching or whatever, but my shoulder, when I did that with my shoulder, it just kind of, I was like, it didn't really hurt afterwards, but I was like, I don't want to screw this up. So I just come back and did some more, or come back and did it the second day. And it felt great. And then deadlifts today, here we go again. Losing weight, my suit doesn't fit worth a damn. I can't keep it up. I need some more size on my legs, I think, I think my legs are just too small for the suit. It's tight here, around my gut. Of course, I've got a bigger gut than I do anything, but, it's tight here and it's not so tight here, in my legs and around my thighs. And, maybe I need some more hamstring and quad size, that's up to you, whatever. Deadlifts felt great, front squats, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I absolutely hate front squats. Not because of they're tiring or whatever. I can't do this, I need a harness like you got. I just can't do this. I should have got my SSB out and done it that way, but I just didn't. I was trying, since I was gonna do weightlifting, I just decided to use the bar. Now I need a much wider bar because I'm having to hold on to the collars because I just can't do this, I just can't. More so, it's not so much the pain as I just can't. I don't have that kind of mobility in my shoulders, even though I probably should, but I've never had that kind of mobility in my shoulders. But I did the front squats with a suit. Now, here we go again. None of these were to depth. Partially because I didn't set I should have set my safeties lower, and partially because of the suit. The suit kept sliding down on me, and when it gets to my knees, it would get to my knees and bind me. and you know, it was kind of frustrating me. So I took the suit off for weightlifting squats. I don't know whether those are right or not. The weightlifting squats, I tried to do them narrow. What I've seen of weightlifting squats, but you know, yet again wasn't the depth. But you know, I tried to do them the best I knew how. You know, you may give me some pointers on how to do them better. And it may be because I have to do this that my weightlifting squats aren't that great. But I've also never done weightlifting squats till now. So Zercher squats, I absolutely love Zercher squats. They're my absolute favorite. Now, granted, I always do them with an axle because the axle hurts my arms a little less than a barbell. You know, that's just me being a wuss, I guess. But you know, I like doing them with an axle. I have always liked Zercher squats. I absolutely love Zercher squats, and I would much rather do them than front squats. I'm not telling you, you know, that I don't want to do front squats. If you think front squats are beneficial to me, I'll do them with the SSB bar next time. But you know, I love Zercher squats. They're my favorite, and I never have any pain. I've been all the way up to a 315, maybe 330 Zercher squat, and I've never had a bicep issue or you know, knock on wood, never had a bicep issue, never had an arm issue, shoulder, anything. You know, I think they do phenomenal for my upper back. You know, which is I think is part of what they're supposed to do. You know, my upper back's always real pumped up and real sore after Zercher squats, and you know, I think I just love them. You know, so. You know, I know you said in the thing that if this is something that I like and something we can progress at, I'd love to. You know, like I said, we still do weightlifting squats and we still do front squats. I don't care. That's up to you. I'll do whatever you tell me to do. But you know, I love Zercher squats, and I you know, they're one of my favorites. You know, I know I repeated myself there a bunch of times, but they really are my favorite squat, plain and simple. Then and I did those. I ended up adding 2 plates because 1 plate just wasn't there enough for a 3x3. I didn't know if you wanted me to do 3x3 or if you wanted me to just do all out sets. You didn't say, so I just kept it 3x3 since that was what the other 2 were, and just added 2 plates instead of just 1. You know, and then I did my abs and everything. I'll send you the picture. I won't sit here and go through the whole thing because I've sit here and blabbed forever. But you know, I feel really good right now. You know. I've got my hip issue worked out, you know, back to my hip. What happened was, after sitting in the tractor all day, I went to get out of the tractor, and I really thought I tore my hamstring or my quad or something. My leg absolutely just, it's one of the worst pains I've ever had in my life. And I was fine that night. After it happened, I was fine. I limped. It hurt a lot, but you know, it never grabbed again like it did then. I went and got in the hot tub that night, and I was fine. I tried to stretch in the hot tub and all that. I didn't use my gun, which was mostly because the baby was asleep and the kids were trying to go to sleep, and mine's noisy. I need one that's quiet. But you know, I just didn't use it because of the baby. You know, I should have come out here and done it or something. You know, I like I said, it's one of those things again that I know better. But the next day, same thing. When I sat in the tractor for, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours, and then got out of the tractor, and same thing. But I realized then that it was more like a Charlie horse. But when it let go, it really, really felt like I tore my hamstring. I've never tore a hamstring, so I'm just guessing that's what it feels like, but I'm just telling you it's the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. But I realized it felt more like a Charlie horse. So I came home, or I got in the hot tub again, came home, used the gun on my leg. You know, my hip, when I hit my hip with that gun, oh Lord, it hurt. But after a while, I started feeling better. And, you know, right in here, up next to my groin in my inner thigh, my adductor, that was really, really sore after I did it that second time. And my outside of my hip and it, I mean, just all through the joint here just really, really hurt. You know, I don't know if I've, you know, because I've had a hip issue for a long time, and used to, if I squatted in my, my warm pants, I didn't have that issue as much. So I don't know if somewhere along the way, if I've torn a labrum. I don't think so, because I really don't have a hip issue much outside of that. I kind of think it's more just the sitting, but you know, anyways, you know, I used that gun and I've not had a problem since. And I'm going to go use the gun here again here in just a minute after I get done on my hamstrings again, you know, on my whole leg and everything, just for the recovery and that. And, you know, so like I said, I'll send you the picture of this, but everything was great this week, except other than, you know, the squats. I was really disappointed in my squats, but, you know, maybe this week will be better. This next week will be better, I hope. You know, it just is what it is. You know, at this point, I don't think I can total 1,600, but that's fine. You know, that's just means I'll have to do it again next time. You know, may try to do it again, you know, in the fall. They have another one in October, you know, and I may try to hit it up, you know, so I got plenty of time to work towards it. And like I said, I don't know, as of right now, the May 16th meet is still going on. You know, things may change between now and then. You know, we don't know what's going to go on. You know, right now we're not in too bad a shape as far as the virus. We've had 2 in my county, and 1, maybe 3 or so in the next county over. And then I don't think we've had any in the other surrounding counties. You know, so we're pretty isolated. It's pretty much cornfields and that's it around here. You know, so we've been pretty fortunate for that, you know, that we're so rural. I think that's what helps us, you know, as far as the spreading of the virus and that. But, you know, that doesn't necessarily mean that it can't happen here and that it won't get worse. You know, nobody knows right now. So, you know, only time will tell. But if anything changes with the meet, I will let you know. So I blabbed long enough, man. So take care. Stay safe.